Good Sunday afternoon to you all, everyone. Ryan the Wine Guy here. I'm just gonna not keep saying when I'm going to review because I know I keep saying, oh, I won't do it again. But then I find something that I enjoy and I want to share it with you all. So whenever I review, I'll review. And if it's every other day, it's every other day. If it's once a week, it's once a week. If it's twice a week, it's twice a week. We'll see. But today I am going to be reviewing an Italian wine for you all. It's going to be a Valpolicella or Valpolicella Rispasso. And it's an Italian wine. And I think the name of the company is Accordini Igino. I'll show you all what it looks like. It's kind of hard to pronounce. It's a 2009 vintage. I'm really don't know any other place that has this besides Pine Orchard Liquors where I work. Here's the glass. A nice light color texture to it. Not very dark. Not very light, but sort of medium, I would say, as far as color goes. So, yeah, I know we have it at my store. I'm sure you can search it online if you go back and just see how it's spelled. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and I'll give you my review. It's a very light nose on it. Smells pretty earthy. Like I'm getting some maybe almondy to it. A hint of blackberry. Maybe cherry. And slight pepper. Not as much as the one I had last night, so it's not really like a spicy, peppery smell, but it's like maybe even pepper or cinnamon. Can't quite tell, but it definitely has that earthy kind of herb spice to it. So the first thing I notice about this wine is that it goes down very well. And I feel that most red Italian white wines do go down very well, and especially for this one. I mean, this is a 2009 vintage, so you're gonna all have to take that into account. That this is an older vintage, and I definitely feel that you can definitely tell the age, and I even feel that this could even age another few more years. Like I said, if you can find it somewhere, it's 15% by volume, and I believe it's I believe we have it at $10 at my place. I'm not sure how much it really goes for. I haven't really been able to find many or any reviews about this one. I found one review, and that was all. And it just pretty much gave the basics of the wine. So as I said, it's very smooth tasting. Very it's velvety. I would say that it's a velvety, smooth wine. Small hint of spice on it. Not like overly powerful. pretty much like on the nose. It's really earthy. I think this would be something that would really go well with a steak or some sort of maybe lamb stew. Maybe grilled pork chops. I don't know how else you would make pork chops, but definitely a wine that definitely is to be enjoyed, to savor. I mean, I personally think all wine should be like that, but especially this wine. I think this is a wine that you really have to appreciate it slowly. You have to really keep sniffing and sipping and swirling to really get it all out, because each time I sniff and taste, more and more abundance is coming out from it. So now I am kind of getting a semi-cherry nose. It's a very warm wine. When it goes down, it just kind of feels like a real soothing sensation. Definitely a wine after a long days of work, or just a wine to relax on a Sunday night after a big Broncos win, or Ravens. I know Ravens also did pretty well. So definitely a wine I think to be enjoyed at all times, anywhere. And I would definitely say I would probably definitely get another bottle of this. And maybe at some point I would maybe get a couple bottles. Always have a couple bottles on hand, and maybe let one of those rest for another 2 or 3 years and see how it is then. Because it's a 2009 and it's really good now, and I think it's hitting its prime. So I think another 2 or 3 years, and that would be all for me. But this is definitely a very relaxing wine, a very warm wine. 5 out of 5 stars. And I'll show you all the bottle one more time, so that way you can, I'll give you all a few seconds so you can write it down and search for it. So it looks like it's Valpolicella, and then the company is Accordini, and then Igino. So if you can find it, great. If not, I know that you can definitely get it at Pine Orchard Liquor Store, and you might be able to even search it up online. It's straight from Italy wine, so it's an import. And as always, everyone, when you watch this video, if you've tried it or if you find it and try it, feel free to let me know. And coming up here, maybe in the next couple weeks, I will let you all know I will eventually be doing some white wines. I haven't done any white wines yet. White wines are not particularly my favorite wine, but I am looking forward to doing some Sauvignon Blancs, a couple Pinot Grigios, and a select Chardonnay. An oak Chardonnay is coming up in the next, I would say sometime next month is when I'll break one of those open for you. Maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Well, until then, everyone, let me know what you think if you've tried it. And as always, cheers. I am Rhino Wine Guy, and thank you for joining me this evening.